Hello. Okay.
Hello.
Hi. Hi, I'm Stephanie, and I'm a huge disappointment to myself and others, specifically cavemen. I know that's a little bit weird. I've been thinking about cavemen a lot lately. I say lately, but honestly, I think about cavemen basically all the time. There's no time that I'm not thinking about them. They've been on my mind just a bunch lately because I've been making a few changes in my life that are just, you know, they would be things that would completely baffle a caveman or cavewoman ancestor who came to visit me in the present. Let's say that I had a great grandmother, Stephanie Cavewoman, who came to visit me now. I don't know how. She found a cool rock that transported her to the future. We don't have to worry about that. I don't know why I need to tell you how she got here. The point is she's here. So we'll start with like just an average day in the life of Stephanie. I get up in the morning and my cave woman ancestor is there. She has somehow explained what's happening to me and I am able to communicate with her. I don't know why I'm so worried about the logistics of this. So just suspend your disbelief for a second and just work with me here. I take my cave woman ancestor to the gym with me. So that's pretty normal. I'm trying to run a mile every single day this year because I'm an idiot. Now I have to tell her that my plan is to run in a circle around the gym 12 times because that's 2 miles. Nothing will chase me and I'm not going to be able to do it very well. And yeah, I've been practicing for months. We're 3 months into this thing and I can't run. I'm probably going to actually walk a lot of it. And I'm going to have to tell her, it's just because I want to look good. It's not because I think I'm ever going to have to outrun anything, like maybe a zombie. We won't get into that. I don't need to impress anyone. I don't need to lift anything heavy with my legs or body ever. Actually, the heaviest thing I have to lift is one of my cats ever. So I'll just take her with me as we're running around the track. She'll just run with me. Just imagine this. And then we look down and below the track, there are all these dudes weightlifting, including my fiance. Why are they doing that? I don't know. They don't have to lift anything heavy ever either. And because I still have like parts of cave woman brain in my brain, I'm like, oh, muscly guys. Why are they so muscly? It's nice. My crazy lizard brain from like way back in the day, the part of my brain that's still kind of cave womany, sees those guys and is like, yeah, they're working on their muscles. I like muscly dudes. And that's probably why they're doing it, is to attract a potential mate. Because lizard brain inside of me is like, I gotta pass on my genetics with someone who is able to fight dinosaurs. You know, like while we're looking down at that, she's gonna be like, what are they doing? And I'm gonna be like, oh, they're lifting up heavy pieces of metal and putting them back down. And it's not gonna make any sense to her because like the people that she is dating, her cave suitors, are like, you know, clubbing each other. Lifting up rocks, hunting, gathering, probably not gathering. I'm gonna have to say, yeah, I'm really into that. I think it's very attractive when they lift a lot of weights and then make a really big deal about it and then drop it on the ground. I think that's a good look for them. And I'm gonna have to say, that's my fiance right there doing that as well. He's the one in the sweatband. And that's not a joke, that's a real thing. She's gonna be like, you're what? And I'm gonna have to be like, oh, my cave partner who gave me a shiny cave rock to put on my cave hand, and now we're gonna share the same cave forever is our plan and never hang out with any other cave people again. My plan here when talking about cavemen is just to add the word cave before anything I say about them so that it's historically accurate. And then I'm gonna have to say, yeah, I like him because he's gangly. Which I do, but like, I don't know how you justify that to a cave woman. I don't know if you say like, yeah, it's so he can reach stuff, tall things in the cave. Well, I think he's attractive because he's non-confrontational. He's never hit anyone with a club. I like that about him. That's not going to impress her. He reads a lot of books. It's his job to read things. That's it. That's all he does. He reads a lot of stuff and then people give him paper money. He's never hunted. And I like that about him. I prefer that. I've never gathered. I think he likes that about me. I don't know. She might get it a little bit because he's 10 years older than me. An older man might have survived all of the cave wars and had more cave babies and fought off more cave monsters. I don't really know what happens in caves. But then I'm gonna have to be like, yeah, and he's really pale, so he can't go outside. much. I like that too. Those things on his face, they're glasses. You might notice that I have some too. We both have bad vision, so we should absolutely be dead. We definitely should be dead. But amazingly, no, we just wear these wire frames on our face and we're fine. I'm gonna take her home and I'm gonna be like, well, this is where I work. I can't even explain my job to my grandpa or even my dad, really, because the job that I do now didn't exist when I was born. I'm a social media manager. So try justifying that to a cave woman. I don't know how you do it. I'm gonna say, well, I sit here alone in this not cave. I type into this metal box and I try to get people to click on things on their metal boxes in other places. I can't see those people, but I know they're out there because of the way that the numbers go up on my metal box screen. If a bunch of people click on those things, then I get money. Money is just paper. It doesn't stand for a rock anymore. It used to. Now it's just paper. And then I spend that paper on things like eating. Or I go out to places and I buy shoes for protecting my feet, but they actually just hurt my feet. Why do I do that? I don't know. She's probably gonna have to use the restroom at this point because I'll have given her food and water because that's just polite. She'll be totally confused by the bathroom after her time traveling journey because, first of all, yeah, we collect our waste there. That's where we keep all of that, inside our cave. That's so stupid. Why would you do that? And then I'll be like, that's toilet paper. You can use that for, I'll just let you guess because I'm not gonna walk her through that. And then I'm gonna have to show her how faucets work. Here's where the water comes out. Sometimes it's hot, sometimes it's cold. You're probably gonna want to use soap because there's thousands and thousands of tiny little microbes on your skin that you don't know about yet because science hasn't been invented because you're a cave woman. But just trust me, they'll get you really sick. So please wash your hands. Maybe you want to bathe because you stink, and she's gonna be like, that's my sultry musk that I use to attract suitors. And I'm gonna have to explain oh, I attracted my suitor by not smelling like musk. This is hair dye because I don't like the color of my hair that is only on the top of my head. This is makeup that I use to pretend that my eyes are bigger than they actually are. This is deodorant that I use to smell nothing like a person. If I could smell as little like a person as possible, I would be more attractive to other people. At some point, because we're in the bathroom and that's where they hang out, my cats are gonna come in. It's their responsibility to supervise everything that goes on in the bathroom. No, it's okay, they're not wild. No, we won't be eating them for dinner later. I'm gonna keep them for about 20 years until they die. And then I will, burn them? I don't know what I'll do. They poop all over everything. They're full of snot. Their hair gets on all of my stuff. They don't catch mice or anything. I just feed them. And they love me. Nope, I don't have a dog. That sounds like it'd be handy. No, I have nothing like that. I just have creatures that live in my home and sit on my face sometimes. Then I'm gonna have to explain to her, it's just things have evolved. Things have changed since you've been around. You did your best to pass on your genes with the finest, fittest, best cavemen. You avoided all saber-toothed tiger attacks, and you probably tamed a woolly mammoth, and you did all these important things so that you could pass on your genetics. And then a bunch of people after you did that. They all passed on their genetics with the best person possible, in an attempt to lead to me. That was me. You did this for me. Sorry that's how that turned out. Don't worry about it. Things are still evolving. I don't plan on passing on my genetics, but you never know. Things happen. Eventually there could be in the future there could be another one of us. So you're my great grandmother. I could have a great granddaughter, and she'll be even more baffling. I'm not attracted to muscular cavemen because things changed in the world and I like skinny white guys now, and they're gonna really noodly arm people who have very strong opinions about Ruby on Rails. Because those are the kind of people that could provide. In their brains, their ancestors needed that kind of person. So just dudes who are really into Mountain Dew are going to be the winners in the end. My progeny way down there are not going to be attracted to anyone like me because I don't have a mommy blog. I don't even own yoga pants, so how could you tell that I have, like, you know, the ability to care for a child? So I'm not only disappointing the people in the past, I'm disappointing the people in the future. And I think that that's, like, really the hallmark of an awkward person. I'm not just worried about, like, what I'm going to do at a party or where I'm going to go or what I'm going to do in a particular social situation. I'm worried about social situations thousands of years ago and thousands of years in the future. I'm so screwed socially. I usually try to end these on, like, a happier note, like, it's okay, things get a little bit better, but this time I'm just going to be straight with you. I think there was no time in the entire world where someone like me would have felt comfortable. And if you're watching this, probably you either. That was caveman. I learned that from my cave woman. So you're probably currently watching this on a metal box, and if you want to click an invisible link with what is apparently a trackpad and sign up so that my face comes to your metal box on a regular basis, by this I mean please click subscribe somewhere. I did not learn where it was. Somewhere down here. So you can see more of this mess, or you can follow me at my blog, blissfulthinking.org. Okay, good luck to you, past, present, and future people. I'm embarrassed by the present people.
By the what?
By the people of today that will watch this.